ask them to help you find a way to defeat the false god.
Oh my goodness, everybody's thinking. I love this moment. Oh, this is a moment that would make me cry.
Now, all of Sumeru's wisdom is at your disposal.
I know I said I wanted to fight an old man, but am I about to fight an old man?
How long do we have to wait? Paimon wants to know how things are going out there.
As do, well, I already know.
Paimon hasn't heard any sounds outside for a while. Hopefully something bad didn't happen.
I feel like we would have heard if something bad was happening.
Yeah, but aren't you scared that we might be locked up in here for the rest of our lives?
Paimon, you literally can float through the bars. I'm not joking. You can float out of the bars. There's enough space for you to fit.
We could still chat like this. When Paimon thinks of Nahida being imprisoned alone in the sanctuary of Surasthana, Paimon can't help but feel sorry.
I'm 100% certain Paimon could fit through those bars. Hey, Dia.
Here comes your savior.
Dia! Paimon just knew you would come to rescue us!
You two really owe me some big thanks. I had to search through who knows how many guards to find the key here. It felt even more tiring than whacking them. I'm exhausted.
Oh, those poor guards. They had to deal with Dia personally. I'm so sorry.
Need Paimon to rub your shoulders?
No, that's, I'll pass.
I feel like Paimon's hands would be a little bit greasy or sticky.
What are you afraid of?
Now isn't the time to talk about being ticklish. Things in the city and on Sino's side are both going well. The guards that stormed out of the academia are all taken care of. The Corps of 30 is in charge of the city's defenses, but we already talked to Asfand. They've been fed up with the sages bossing them around.
Good.
As long as it doesn't break their employment contracts, they'll turn a blind eye.
I feel like that alone would break their employment contracts, but okay.
That's probably because you've been super great friends with them for a long time.
The Grand Sage is in his custody. Even I know how terrible it is to fall into Sino's hands, so he probably does too. Sino forced him to release Lesser Lord Kusanali. He has no choice but to obey.
It's either that or death.
So, hurry to the sanctuary of Surasthana, as we should have already rescued our Archon. Honestly, I didn't expect our ragtag bunch to do this well. We just came together last minute to save the Archon, you know? Alright, you two better go. I still have to clean up some messes in the city. See you around.
Where's the God Project? Where's the God Creation Project? I assumed it had been in the academia, but we haven't seen anything. Where's the God Project? Guys, where's the God Project? What are you looking at me for, dog? Stop being a doofus. You, sir, are a doofus. That's right, I said it. Doofus. Freedom!
They say it's nice to meet you. This is the first time we've met in real life. Before, we've only met in dreams, consciousness, or when I was in someone else's body. Thank you so much for coming to rescue me, but I also need to apologize. During this time, I did some self-reflection. My sense of inferiority and yielding to the academia led to all of this, and created so much trouble for you all.
I'm sorry, but I get the feeling if you hadn't have done this, it actually probably would have been much worse. Because I'm willing to bet the academia would have tried to do literally anything to reach this point.
Exactly.
Especially considering they tried to sacrifice
Archon and one of
an
our
entire chunk of the people in Sumeru.
Thanks, you two. Amazing. So this is how it feels to walk out of that cage with my own body.
Weren't you already freed before?
It's like I just had an endlessly long dream. I can't even tell if I just woke up or was only now born into this world. My concept of self has become so clear. But now doesn't seem to be the time to indulge in this feeling. This is really embarrassing. You all just rescued an Archon, and now she needs your help to save her country, and even the entire world.
Well, we've already done this 1, 2, 3 times already? Yes.
It's okay. With you here, Paimon's sure that everything will work out. There's one more thing. What is it? For all the things the Academia did to me, and for all the folly it committed in the name of wisdom, as their Archon, I will make them pay.
Kill them.
Wow! That's the spirit! You're finally standing up for yourself and not letting people walk all over you.
Kill them.
I understand now. To be a better Archon, I first need to better myself.
Kill them.
If you haven't even figured out how to be a caterpillar, how can you be a butterfly?
I don't think that's a good one,
Yes, true.
Nahida.
That reminds me. I wonder how far along the Academia is with their God creation plan.
Probably already done.
We need to hurry and prevent the birth of that false god. I need to make some preparations. Since I'm now free, I can establish a direct link to the Akasha and control it.
Good.
First things first, I need to remove the restrictions that the doctor put on me in the Akasha. After that, I'll make some adjustments and revoke the sage's permissions. The Akasha will then be like how it originally was, only operable by the Archon. After all, the Academia betrayed Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's trust.
You are Lord Rukkhadevata.
This might take some time. In the meantime, you should also work on your own preparation. If we don't stop the God creation plan in time...
Checking YouTube. Chicken tube you.
Might as well prepare for a fight.
Hooray! I think we're nearing the end. I'm pretty sure we'll have to do a fight against the Balladeer.
When we're done, we can take a walk around. After all, we missed out on a lot of stuff.
We missed out on nothing. When did Alhaitham send me this? Why am I getting stuff from characters that I just barely interact with? Like, this is a birthday gift, right? That was a birthday gift, I'm assuming, from, like, Alhaitham had a birthday, and he's celebrating with others. What time did I need? But it always seems to be a character I've just recently interacted with. Didn't feel like waiting. Not a complaint, just an observation.
How's it going, Nahida? I'm done with the parts that needed my involvement to complete. Although it's my first time working with the Akasha like this, its internal structure and operation procedures are easy for me to understand.
Is she ever going to realize that she is Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
It's truly brilliant.
Like, she is her own person. She is a different person entirely from what she used to be. She was Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Is she ever going to learn that? Or does she already know it and is accepted that she's no longer Greater Lord Rukkhadevata and is now Lesser Lord Kusanali, aka Nahida? I'm fine with either. I'm just curious.
Oh, also, this is for you.
What in the fuck is that?
Huh? What's this little floaty thingy? It's a small device I put together just now. You can think of it as an upgraded Akasha terminal.
Is it going to tell me what I need to learn?
You may not need it right now, but it should be helpful in certain situations. Wait! This thing has the same characteristics as Paimon!
You're right, except for the fact that it's green, and that it looks like a rabbit, and that it has one eye, and two long floppy ear things, and in fact that it doesn't look anything like you.
We're both small things that float.
Your criteria for what is Paimon is really horrible, Paimon.
All the things that make Paimon special got copied. When Paimon appears with the Traveler from now on, people won't remember Paimon because she isn't unique anymore. It's alright, Paimon. It can't replace you.
I want to smack Paimon upside the head.
It's only a flying device, but you're the Traveler's irreplaceable friend. You're so good at comforting people, Nahida. If only the Traveler was as smart as you.
I fished you out of the ocean.
I was simply telling you what I feel to be the truth. I
I'm
wasn't trying to comfort you.
Apparently, I'm banning a lot of people by accident. Spam detected. Yeah, no, that one needs banned. Wrong window. Give me a minute. Okay, I'm back.
Nahida, you're a natural at this. What you just said made Paimon even happier. By the way, there's something I need to confess. Even though I'm the Archon and in control of myself again, I'm not very good at fighting.
I get the feeling Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was not great at fighting either.
You may have heard that an Archon's power is derived from their people's faith. However, I'm not as well loved as Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
Okay, so she definitely accepts herself as Lesser Lord Kusanali.
If we get into a situation where combat is our only option, I'll have to count on you. I'm glad I can rely on you. So the God of Wisdom isn't good at fighting? That actually sounds about right. I've located where the false god is. Time is of the essence.
It's in the pyramid.
Let's skip to it.
Oh. Well, now I feel disappointed. What's the passage? Deus Foundry? Creating a god. We are using human wisdom to create a god. Azar needs to die. Azar actively needs to die.
What is this place? Is this really the way we need to go?
This has an entirely different feel from the actual area.
Wow. Who would have thought there'd be a place like this hidden right slap bang in the middle of the city?
That is curious.
The sages wanted to realize their god creation plan without being discovered. The safest and most convenient way would be to build within the academia itself.
Yeah, but where would they get rid of the stuff for it? Like, this is a lot of... assuming that there was no caverns or anything underneath the academia, this is a lot of moved earth.
That's true.
That is now being taken up by metal and pipes.
So why not too? Judging from the structure here, the project is a huge undertaking. The sages really saw the god creation plan as their ultimate goal. But this place doesn't look like it could have been constructed by the academia alone.
It definitely looks like Fatui.
The Fatui under the Doctor sure didn't hold back. They provided a lot of technological support. Yeah, or else they wouldn't have been that generous. Is that it, though? I've always felt that this Doctor is different from the academia sages. He doesn't seem to share their sense of urgency. Instead of being interested in the end product, it's like he's enjoying the experimental process.
That's terrifying.
The Fatui Harbingers are all such weirdos. So, the Doctor being weird is actually normal. So, this Fatui that they're trying to turn into a god is called the Balladeer?
Also Scaramouche.
We had previously come into contact with his consciousness. He harbors particularly strong obsessions.
A sick child died on me and broke his promise.
One is the desire for a gnosis, since he was created to be the vessel for one.
That's fair.
The other obsession is probably related to his past. I can't quite explain it.
Paimon knows that he was a prototype puppet for the Raiden Shogun before he became a Fatui Harbinger. That's why he wants a gnosis so badly. There's no way he'd willingly be a test subject. Not with that temper and ego of his.
It sounds like you know the Balladeer quite well.
We've had one encounter with him.
I
2,
see.
technically.
Tell me more about him and what he's like. The more we know now, the better we can plan for and react to any future.
Are we on a time crunch? I feel like that is literally the entirety of this series. Is are we on a time crunch? Don't we have don't we have a time limit? We're standing around just chit-chatting. Meanwhile, what I assume is a time-based process of a god charging is happening in the background. I feel like that's a problem.
Alright, time to go. Let's get through here and meet him in person.
Sure. Let me go kill people. You're not living. I think you're dead. My work! I have died. Okay, but why is this down here? This is an extent. This is something created by
It looks like we can climb up these
the Dendro Archon. So unless she's literally creating it as we go, I have questions. This looks like a battle area. Okay, now this definitely looks more like the Dendro Archon building areas.
The pattern on the ground seems all messed up. Let's go around and see
Oh,
if there's a way
no.
to fix it.
Okay, so I'm trying to make a flower. Where's the control beacons? Activate the beacons! Gondor calls for aid! Oop.
It seems to have stopped. Let's continue.
Light the beacons! Gondor calls for aid! This poor soul. He's just doing his job. Okay, bye. I just murdered a man. Wait, really? Shouldn't that be more in line with the OCD? OCD. It's just OCD. Oh, hi, buddy. Oh, not you fuckers. I actually genuinely hate you. Okay, I'm fine with Ooh, a chest! Okay, so this one turns... Oh, this is a... Really? I thought I was supposed to... I mean, I am making the pattern, I guess, but still. It feels off-center.
The cart is stuck. Maybe there's something wrong with the tracks. Let's try adjusting the direction of the device to clear the tracks.
No, not that way. We don't want that way. We want the other way. Yeah, we want that way. Wait, what's that way? No, there's a chest over that way. We want that way. Hurry, we want the chest. I actually literally could float all the way over there. I did not need to do... No, I'm falling! I don't think I'm supposed to be over here. Are there more chests or anything? A character like Auroron kind of breaks the game a little bit. Actually, now that I think about it. Nope, I failed. Okay, that is actually doable. I do not need to do this the right way. I refuse. I do find it extremely ironic that I'm using a Harbinger to kick the ass of Fatui soldiers. The collective asses of Fatui soldiers, I might add. I feel like that's wrong. It just looks wrong to me. I don't know why. I think it... Oops. Okay. I will fall off the map. Wee blip. Wee blip. Alright. I'm gonna cheese it a bit more. Okay, I wanted to double check. But the thing is, game, I don't need to do that. Whoops. Whoops. Let me get my stamina. I want to test something. I'm using this to test something. Okay, so... Shit. Oh. You know what? That works. Because I think... Nope, I can't stand on that lip. I can stand on this lip. Get my stamina back. I don't think they tested Auroron's abilities too well. I feel like maybe they might have been a little bit, poorly planned. Stop locking onto the small-ass things. Literally target the bigger thing in the room. Farming for her stuff at the level I was at was one of the biggest pains in the ass. For the 80s, I had to fight, like, I think 6 electro slimes, and then I had to fight 2 of the electro... I just killed Arle by accident because of a cutscene.
I'll protect us.
I'm gonna stand here for a while. But I had to fight the Electro Fatui ladies, and I had to fight like 5 Electro Slimes. And when she teleports, it's fine that I lose track of the targeting. It's when she's standing right in front of me and a little bug flies slightly behind me, Arle will immediately target the bug. I don't know why. It was one of the biggest annoyances of my life, and I'm so glad I no longer do that. Actually, no, she still does that, because for the level 90, it's worse because I have to fight 3 of those Stone Centurion things. And when I fight them, I'll break the shield of one, and I'll be targeting the one, and then she immediately, for no reason, will target another one. Like, I'm not putting the controller anywhere near it. I'm not even touching the control stick, actually, at that point. I'm just straight up attacking. She immediately targets one of the other ones, and I'm just like, why? The one you're targeting, the one you're supposed to be targeting is literally right in front of you. You're actively hitting it right now. Why are you hitting a different one?
National Status. We must prepare for the worst. The god they wanted to create is likely close to completion or already completed.
And yet, we stood around and talked about him.
Oh no. What should we do? Paimon can't imagine how
Also,
hard
I'm
it would be to
sorry.
fight against a Fatui Harbinger with a Gnosis.
The researchers wanted to build a god through the facility that they just made. Why in hell's half acre was there a puzzle to try and get to an elevator?
If you really want to know, of course Paimon's nervous. Aren't you too, Nahida?
Yes, I am. This is probably the first time I faced with a calamity of this degree since my birth.
You've only faced 2 calamities, and granted, they were really bad.
I feel not just nervous, but curious as well.
Curious?
Curious about our fate. To me, everything we perceive in this world, everything we learn, and if it's a form of knowledge, then it can be understood.
That's how knowledge works.
However, only fate is about that which has yet to occur, so it has always drawn my curiosity. So to me, fate is the ultimate knowledge.
Okay, fair.
That's also why I love observing humans and all the things that happen to them. It all brings me great satisfaction. And now, at long last, I'm not just an observer anymore. I will personally experience my own fate with you by my
Okay,
side.
with the mindset in mind that the god is already completed, us standing around talking like this makes sense. If the god is nearing completion, save this for the end.
Ah, so that's what you mean. Paimon thinks she understands what you're feeling.
Agreed. Okay, let's continue on. I can sense his aura from here.
Call it an it because that's what it deserves. Like, the Balladeer story is somewhat tragic, but at the same time, like, I'm sorry, your behavior is very equivalent to, like, a toddler's. My puppy died. I'm angry. That's a giant robot. Whee!
Who would have thought the world would be so eager for my birth? I remember you, Booer, the god of wisdom, and standing beside you, the traveler.
Is he all-knowing and powerful now like Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
What?
I can't feel the same kind of divinity I felt from the Greater Lord. It seems that the sages didn't get the chance to infuse the divine knowledge capsules into him. But even still, he has undoubtedly become a true god now.
So we're too late?
I'm so confused. What?
Already become a god?
The Balladeer. A long bygone title. When my spirit ascended to divinity, I felt as if I had existed for the same number of epochs as heaven and earth.
Why did he call her Booer?
The existence of what once called itself Kuni Kazushi appears infinitely small and ugly.
This imposing aura. It really feels like a god's.
A body that capitalizes on the Balladeer's original construction as a mechanical puppet, with the Gnosis serving as a constant power supply.
Oh, so the Gnosis is literally right in front of us.
How much effort and resources did the sages put into this? From a purely technological perspective, it's a commendable achievement indeed. It's no exaggeration to say, this is the culmination of human wisdom.
Well, yeah, but I thought that hers was Lesser Lord Kusanali. And Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Like, why is Booer the other name? Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Booer is to Greater Lord Rukkhadevati as Nahida is to Lesser Lord Kusanali, right? Oh, this is an Ars Goetia thing. I gotta ask now. Okay, give me all of them. Give me all the ones that I've run into so far. Give me Venti's, Zhongli's, and Raiden's. I want to know them. In the meantime, I'll continue this.
Dishing out compliments at a time like this?
But I don't think he's reached the spiritual height of a god.
Strife is engraved upon every god and every gnosis brought forth into this world.
No. You can send me the message and I'll read it.
Can you feel it? The exhilaration of such power and the thrill of anticipation for our contention.
Nahida wouldn't feel the same things as you.
Do you not realize that you are interrupting a conversation between
Oh, you know
gods?
what? You know
Lowly
what?
creature,
You know what? I have a
know your
theory.
place.
I have a theory. He doesn't have a Gnosis powering him. He has his delusion powering him. And Paimon. Fuck.
The strife engraved
You're right.
upon a gnosis. You're talking about the Archon War. Tevat's current peace was not easily won. I didn't personally participate in the Archon War, but the way I see it,
Wait, who's Beelzebub?
all those losses were meaningless.
Is that...
Driven by the demands
No,
of
wait,
the
hang on.
gods.
Beelzebub isn't a
There's no
Ars
point in bringing
Goetia.
up again.
Beelzebub's a sin. Or a demon associated with sin.
Is that so? Yet I am deeply disappointed that I was never
Beelzebub is a,
allowed to personally
oh
participate
crap,
in
Beelzebub's
the Archon
gluttony,
War.
right?
This is a first. Encountering a god in this world who does not crave power. No wonder your own people have abandoned you, god of wisdom.
Let's see, gods, the
Your
deities,
judgment
the demons of
is as your
sin,
existence.
Lucifer's pride, Satanist's
This
wrath.
is where everything ends,
Beelzebub
Lord, the
is...
god of wisdom.
No, Beelzebub
You should
is
know that wisdom
gluttony.
cannot solve
Did I say it
every
was gluttony?
problem.
Yeah, it was gluttony.
Like now, where your only option
I can't
is to
hear you.
face me
I can't
in
listen to you.
combat. Come.
Oh
Let
crap,
us
my brain's
reenact
actually
the
starting
scene
to
of the
die.
Archon War.
Lust
Come and inoculate my
is
birth as a
Osmodeus.
god.
Mammon's greed. Wow! We're fighting. Okay, where is the damage output?
Churn!
Oh. Okay. Who am I missing?
Be more human.
Nope. Oh, hello. Okay, so L1 square.
My endless cycle begins.
Ow! Wait. I don't like this. I don't like where this is going. What was that, Electro?
Insignificant pebble.
Ooh. Ouch! Ouch.
More power.
This is where
Okay. Baphomet is Sloth. Well, they can't be the Ars Goetia because of the fact that Lucifer's supposed to be Pride. And Lucifer is technically the first angel cast down by God into hell. If I'm remembering my lore right. Although I do know for a fact that... Oh, no. I do know for a fact that there's... Oh, there's a thing on the ground. I do know that there is
Burn to oblivion.
several different forms of the...
Kneel.
Ouch. Ouch. I'm stubborn. Okay, so I'm supposed to do something with those. Whoa, hello. That's ice! What are you doing? Oh no. I forgot about the thing on the ground.
Transfixed. Everlasting as the moon.
Reality is pain.
That's terrifying. I do know that there are different versions of the mythos behind each of the like demons and stuff of hell. It depends on which aspect of Christianity you're looking at. You are doing one of the biggest villain dumbass moves you could do.
Battle between gods, yet you choose to hide behind a mortal. And now you're acting like you'd sacrifice yourself for a human. Are you having fun proving a false sense of heroism to yourself, Boer?
The data collection is almost complete. Do you even know how many times you've tried to take my gnosis from me?
Is he stuck in a simulation? He's in a samsara! This man is stuck in a samsara!
Included the 168th loop. Did you know that in the effort to create you, the people of Sumeru were forced to live through the exact same number of Sub-Zerus festivals and samsara cycles?
The power of dreams. When did you use it on me?
From the beginning, dumbass. Where do you think?
You can't even defeat me in a dream. What do you hope to achieve with this little trick?
I don't think you're realizing how screwed you actually
Time
are.
traveler, just like before, allow me to awaken the memories in your dreams.
All that battle experience!
It's more than that. Compile everyone's wisdom in the name of the Archon. That is the original function of the Akasha. I've sent everything that happened just now to the people of Sumeru in the form of knowledge. I've asked them to help you find a way to defeat the false god.
Oh my goodness, everybody's thinking. I love this moment. Oh, this is a moment that would make me cry.
Now, all of Sumeru's wisdom is at your disposal.
Meaningless tricks won't save you. Are you done with your tricks? Can I finally take this as a real battle between gods?
You're not a god, though.
I'll leave this to you.
You're a child throwing a temper
First
tantrum.
sage of Boer.
I am the all-knowing God.
Clearly not. Ouch, I keep forgetting.
I see everything.
Burn to oblivion.
What's her thing do? I love that my little robot just keeps firing at him. Ouch. I missed. I'm healing. Why am I healing? Ouch. Ooh, that's damaging.
Reality is pain.
Haha.
Good riddance, cruel world.
Okay, screw this. Well, that's not doing anything.
Everyone hold hands.
I feel like I'm not doing something right. Oh, there we go. Well, I fucked up.
Your new god awakens. Now, your eyes have been opened. Kneel.
Okay, that didn't work.
Tremble.
Oh my. This child is so slow. Okay, that time I did dodge it. The music for this area is great.
Is pain.
This boss fight is cool. But I'm not going to get Nahida for the next part, so... Don't try and make me feel sorry for this asshole.
Humans. Filthy humans.
That's the Electronosis. Which is interesting.
No. Wait. Please. Anything but the gnosis. That's mine. Don't even try. I'll never go back.
Okay, but like... You guys... did the exact same shit. Nobody wanted to catch that guy, okay. And we're the good guys.
We haven't yet found the answer to the most important mystery. Irminsul is still waiting to be saved. With the power of another Gnosis, we may now finally understand the last memory of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
This is...
That's right. This is the last memory of my predecessor.
Bar. Let's see what we got. Show me, show me, show me.
Huh. This sure seems very different from what Paimon imagined. Shouldn't Irminsul be in this realm of consciousness?
Yes, that is our destination. But I didn't expect the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata to be as polluted as this. Forbidden knowledge? It seems you know about a concept that even I don't completely understand.
And we have time for this.
Your inference seems logical enough. Forbidden knowledge once polluted the desert thousands of years ago, but was successfully repelled thanks to King Deshret's self-sacrifice. Then, a second instance of forbidden knowledge pollution occurred during the Conria Cataclysm 500 years ago. But I'm afraid it is much more serious this time, with Irminsul itself already in danger.
So, if we're in the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, and it's also been affected by forbidden knowledge pollution, then does that mean in order...
Yes. It's very possible that she sacrificed her life in the fight against forbidden knowledge. She didn't completely eradicate forbidden knowledge, but if it weren't for her actions, the pollution would have been far more rampant over these past 500 years.
That makes sense.
The way that everyone, including me, has forgotten everything about forbidden knowledge may very well be due to her restoration of Irminsul. I'm just sharing her pain. The pollution of her consciousness here is severe. There is madness, chaos, and pain all around us. Did she fight to resist the forbidden knowledge
I had to
pollution
sneeze.
in such terrible conditions, all the way up to her last breath? She even used her last remnant of lucid consciousness to leave a clue for us to follow. Yes, her words were distorted by forbidden knowledge, so that's all we could hear. But now, we have a chance to find the answer to this mystery.
I feel a third C is coming on, but it's just not coming.
Until we found the right path to meet with her lucid consciousness. And then, we'll let Greater Lord Rukkhadevata tell us the truth in person.
I thought for certain she was Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, because that's what the
the
thing said, the freaking memory said.
Even with the Gnosis' protection, we must always keep a clear mind. Otherwise, we could go mad at any moment.
I'm already mad.
That's so scary.
I'm insane.
Don't worry. It should be easy enough for you to keep that mind of yours clear, Paimon. Let's go.
That was a slight. That was a backhanded compliment. Shit. Can't look at my thing. Wow.
The air? And why is there a huge boat?
That's the boat of consciousness, which symbolizes reason here. Its course is the direction our consciousness is traveling.
Wow. What are these? The monsters seem to have been affected by them.
Oh, crap, I forgot. Let me take care of the other things.
Farewell.
Let the show begin.
This is why I don't have a full pyro team.
Be free.
Oh, hi, buddy.
Witness my rise.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. Oh, okay, nope, nope, you're...
Let's dance.
Farewell. free now.
Let the mountain's veins boil!
There we go. Oh boy! It's the wolf boys!
Transfixed.
You silly puppers.
Overruled.
You silly dark puppers.
Sigils have appeared in the sky.
Stop breaking my neck, game. I'm getting sick and tired of it. Had to deal with that with Monster Hunter World. And the fucking scoutflies. Der boat of consciousness. Okay, bye. What are you doing hiding back here, buddy? I mean, you're not gonna live. This rock doesn't want me to pass. The rock is a more formidable foe than anything here. Oh boy.
Witness my
Where's the thing? There it is. I hate your existence. Oh, hi, big guy. Pew, pew!
This is where you overruled.
To control the boat of consciousness,
Okay, bye.
we need to find the helm first.
You mean I can control my own consciousness? I should not be trusted with this.
We changed direction. Are we still going the right way, Nahida?
Mm-hmm. Judging from the current route, the boat of consciousness will soon take us out of here.
And then we'll lose consciousness. Because we'll no longer be on the boat of consciousness, we'll be on the boat of sleeping. The dream boat, if you will. This is a pretty boat. I like this boat. I wish those thorn bushes weren't really on it.
We'll be arriving at our destination soon. How are you feeling? Are your minds still intact?
Huh? But everything's been
Hopefully there won't be any more interruptions. This time, we should be able to meet...
What
Greater
is
Lord
Paimon?
Rukkhadevata.
Are you saying you've
She's
never
gotta be a
met
god.
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata before?
No. It seems that my birth and her death took place at the
Is
same
she a
time.
part of the Saritsa?
Otherwise, I think she would have given me a little more guidance, and I could have done a better job.
Hey, you've done a great job, Nahida.
I feel like she's a part of the Saritsa. Because we know who the Pyro Archon is. That's Malvika.
So, is this the place you were talking about?
Hey, this is Irminsul.
The base of Irminsul?
The only one that I don't know of, technically, well, I can't count Fontaine, but I'm willing to bet we'll run into Fontaine anyways. Because, have we seen the Saritsa yet? Of course Paimon's emergency food.
Well, this is the place.
We're here to find Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right? But the one standing over there is...
Is that... me? She looks exactly like me. Are you... Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
Yes, that's me. Are you surprised by my appearance? Irminsul and the surrounding lands have been reproduced here as they were years ago. But this is just a realm of consciousness. We are manifestations of the same nature. Hence why we would appear exactly the same.
We're of the same nature.
But seriously, like, have we seen the Saritsa yet? I don't know.
You
The new samsara?
As Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, I'm the avatar of Irminsul. And you imagine it this way. Even if a tree dies, its branches will eventually take root and grow.
That is not how trees work, but I understand what I understand the
remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
I understand what
The
you mean.
real me has presumably died a long time ago. Judging from your appearance, I've probably been dead for 500 years. But you're finally here. My new self in the samsara.
If this is true, then am I going to be a great archon?
Though we share the same nature, our fates are bound to be different. All things have their own fate. When a branch grows into a mature tree, it won't be the same as the original tree.
That's why fate is the ultimate knowledge, isn't it?
That's a great insight. Yes, very good. It's also precisely why you won't become like me.
No. Okay, so like
Really?
So, like, I fully understand grafting. Like, I've actually studied this and stuff like that. The the analogy she gave was very poor for it. How do I want to say this? The example she gave, the probability of that actually happening is very slim. Like, very slim. And when I say the probability of it very happening, I mean, like, literally on its own with very little to no interference from anything else. Most grafting happens because we, as humans, do it to ourselves. Do it.
I already see
Like, that's what I was saying was how it wasn't working.
In my time. And the future that it leads you to.
If we interfere, then yes, it's how it can work. But also there's the issue of, like, when a tree dies, a branch can regrow into it. It also depends on how long the tree has actually been dead.
Along with the blessings from your past experiences. Don't worry. The growth of wisdom is like that of a plant. You only need to wait.
I've never seen it work that way. Genuinely speaking, I haven't.
Come to think of it, the sages never had the faintest inkling of the meaning of wisdom.
They really didn't because they were idiots.
Thank you. Nothing makes me happier than discovering that the Archon I always admired was in fact myself in another fate.
Like, the reason that I'm having trouble, like, absolutely accepting it, because I know it can happen, I'm just saying it's never happened around me. Because we've had trees die around us, and there's no tree regrowing to replace it. From, like, branches or anything like that.
It's so nice to speak with you, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. I've always wanted to meet you.
I'm not arguing. I'm literally telling you my experience. Seriously, I've never once had a tree regrow from a branch that has fallen.
The feeling is mutual. From the
Like,
moment I
literally
saw the branch
speaking,
offer him
every
and
single
created
time
you,
that a
I've
branch
also
or a
told
tree has
how
died, like, okay, like, story time. We had
Can you tell me
a
why you
tree
wanted
out
to
in our front
create
yard. It was my
me?
grandfather's tree. My
What
grandfather on my
exactly
mother's side.
happened when
She
you
absolutely
died?
wanted it. She needed to make sure it stayed in our house. Or stayed with us.
I
Because it
see.
was a cherry tree
You're
that
here
she had
seeking
gotten
answers,
from
right?
him. So we planted it in our front yard.
Everything that day,
Roughly, I want to say
changed into a color
15-ish
like
years
this.
after we got it, it fell over.
at that time,
It fell
the
over,
7
and
were all summoned
we
to
left the
meet
stump there
Victoria.
for a very long
Except for
time,
me.
to the point
I
where
had
it
more
basically
important
disintegrated.
tasks to attend to.
Never
I had
once
to
did it
protect
actually
Irminsul.
try and regrow for the most part.
The disaster
I mean, every
occurred
now and again we
together with
would
the
get some
pollution of
regrowth, but
forbidden knowledge.
it wouldn't.
At that very moment,
It still had roots in the
my
ground, and it just
conscience
wouldn't grow
connected
back.
with Irminsul.
I'm not saying that trees can't do that. I'm just saying, around me, it hasn't been
By the
happening.
time I reached Irminsul, It was already displaying signs of corruption.
That's the issue. Like,
Recalled the pollution
it just
of
hasn't been
knowledge
happening around
became
me.
desperate thousands of years ago. I might have felt even more hopeless and lost.
So
And once again, I'm not even talking about them not being able to do it. It's just that her analogy was
It's the
poorly
kind of
worded.
knowledge that
In my,
doesn't belong
from
to
my
this
viewpoint.
world, and a form of truth that can't be understood. It came from the very bottom of the abyss.
I even
could
said-
never understand it. The
I'm not
world
saying it doesn't
is
happen.
constantly rejecting
Jade,
it.
I'm genuinely not saying it doesn't happen.
Phenomena. If we allow forbidden knowledge to pollute Irminsul,
I've admitted that it can happen several times.
could fall apart.
Like I literally was about to say, yes, with our interference, we can make it happen.
The God of wisdom can't understand?
But seriously,
That time, knew
I have
that
had
the
so many
power of
trees
knowledge
die
existed
around me,
alone.
and there has been no sign
Which
of
is why I
regrowth.
created a
Then again,
device
one of them
that
was literally
combined
hollowed out by
wisdom
insects.
and named it
So
the
that one's
Akasha.
never coming back.
it's truly the world's most amazing invention.
Stop getting angry with me. I'm agreeing with you.
Thank you.
I'm telling you that in my life experience, I haven't
For a
seen
long
it happen.
time, I thought dreams were the fruit of human wisdom. Though it was so
Fuck's sake.
to do so, I borrowed people's dreams using the Akasha. Then I compiled their wisdom.
I also
and
literally
followed my
said her
path.
analogy was poorly worded to me. A tree dies, but you can regrow it from its branch. Okay, yes, that's true. Here's the thing. How did we
Thanks
get
to
the
wisdom of
branch?
the people of Sumeru,
Is
almost
the
all of
branch growing on its own,
knowledge
or are
was
we
clear
helping
from
it?
Irminsul. But things didn't go as smoothly as I thought. And then I remembered that my
Whatever.
consciousness was also connected with Irminsul. It brought me knowledge and wisdom, but vile corruption as well. From the very beginning, my existence had been polluted by the forbidden knowledge.
Oh no. How could that happen?
I've experienced that pain in your consciousness. It must have been a horrible experience.
I don't know why we can't both be
My
right.
feelings weren't important. The important thing was that even if I died, my existence.
I don't know why I
and
can't be right that her
everything
freaking analogy was poorly
continued to
worded.
exist in Irminsul as memories and knowledge.
I don't know why you
Meaning
can't be right that
knowledge
trees can do
couldn't
that.
ever be permanently eradicated. And there's no way for me to eliminate myself. It would be a sort of paradox. So, I took the purest branch of Irminsul as my incarnation in the next samsara, and left a trail of clues, all in hopes that you would come here and remove me and my pollution from Irminsul forever.
Wait, no, I can't.
So you realize what that implies. You are very smart indeed. Irminsul has all the knowledge and memories of this world. And as you've realized just now, removing me from Irminsul means I essentially will never have existed in this world. But this is the only...
People love you so much, and they've missed you so much over the past 500 years. I am exactly the same. So how can we just forget you like this? Is there really no other way? There must be something else I can do.
Just remove the dead tree.
You're the god of wisdom, Boer. You should know that there is no
Where the
other way.
fuck did Boer come from?
But this is so cruel. I don't want to forget you.
Like, I'm
No
sorry.
need to
The
feel
Boer
so
name
sorry.
seems like it's entirely out of left field.
Someone who delights in wisdom.
Did she say it during the
You should
Samsara
feel
loop?
joy at finally finding the answer.
And I
These
just
are
forgot.
Words in their entirety. The answer you've been seeking all along. Let the world completely forget me.
And you know what? That would have solved
We
so
all
many
nestle
issues.
Under the great tree of wisdom, peering out to perceive the world. From the earth and from the rain, we perceive its wonders, until we become a white bird to perch atop a branch, and finally snap off the most important leaf. Once upon a time, I alone dreamed in this world. In my dreams, everybody would also dream after they fell asleep. Wild and wonderful thoughts would emerge from their minds. Some tumbled to the ground, and others floated to the sky, connecting all things in the world into one dazzling net. Among a plethora of worlds were numerous smaller worlds, all of fate, finding within the tapestry their brilliant glow. I gradually understood that these indescribable and constantly changing things are the most profound things in the world. Only they can completely repel the madness. Only dreams can awaken consciousness from the deepest darkness. I'm the one who posed this question, yet also the one who sought a solution. Saving the world with the dreams of the people used to be my answer. And now, you've also found your own answer, and I shall return all the dreams to the people.
Struggling to speak.
Goodbye, people of Sumeru. May you be blessed tonight with the sweetest of dreams.
This is genuinely painful. That kind of struck one of my deepest, darkest fears.
I'm alright. I'm just a little confused. We've just saved the world, right? So why am I crying? I don't know where this feeling inside of me is coming from. But just now, we used the power of two gnosis to successfully connect with the Ermin soul consciousness from 500 men. We removed the remaining pollution from Merman soul.
Yeah, what's wrong? Weren't you there just now?
I am an anomaly. This is painful. What is happening? Was that the knave?
Huh? That sound.
I've been waiting here far
Nope, it's the
too
doctor.
long. But finally I have the chance to be alone with you. All the precious time I wasted has finally paid off.
The doctor. What have you done?
Just a type of sound wave that can quickly put defenseless people into a dream. As this is the only thing of interest I found among the sage's research. I thought I'd take it for a little spin. Don't worry. I know you would never forgive me if I actually killed them. I'm here to negotiate with you. Naturally, I won't do anything dangerous that could potentially damage our relationship.
Negotiate with me? I heard you had already left Sumeru. Why are you here again now?
How much is it going to piss me off?
I left Sumeru, but I also stayed in Sumeru. Even the God of Wisdom is restricted by the habits of cognition. How disappointing.
You mean there are many different versions of you in this world?
That will piss
An
me off.
astute guess. Even the same individual will have different cognitions at different ages. A long time ago, I made a major decision, in hopes of preserving all my perspectives of how I observed the world. Observation is the first step of any experiment, but observing the current world doesn't satisfy me. It lacks an important dimension, that of time. So I saved
I will say I do
cities
like his
of all
voice
my
acting.
ages and made them into independent individuals. That's all there is to it. Indulge me. How does the God of Wisdom find my method of seeking knowledge?
It's an insult to the very concept of life. Life inherently has many rules and restrictions, each with its own significance and reason to exist.
Also, I'm sorry, Hoyoverse, fuck you. You just literally made me experience one of my most deepest, darkest fears. Not directly, obviously. It's not directly something that's affecting me. It's more along the lines of, like, the concept itself is a reminder of what my fear is. And now you're slapping me in the face with a Fatui Harbinger that you know will piss me off.
Indeed,
Give me a
it's
breather!
difficult for humans to make peace with themselves, not to mention oneself from a different period.
Since you were in the academia, why wait until now to show up? You could very well have stopped us and helped that fake
He didn't
god.
want to stop the fake god.
Simple. Let me ask you this. Would any staff member ever help the subject in the middle of an experiment? It was my experiment. So why should I interfere with the results?
The academia saw the plan to create a god as their ultimate goal, yet you only saw it as an ordinary experiment.
Are you surprised?
You really are crazy. If the experiment succeeded, you would have had
Nahida.
a new god on your hands. How would you have faced your own god then?
Nahida, the experiment was to see if we could stop it.
Would you still take the same stance? Would you still hold the same view of yourself?
I'm first and foremost a scholar. These results should be left to the judgment of the hypothetical me confronted with that outcome. But you're right. And that's exactly why I'm disappointed with the conclusion of this experiment.
As an individual, you don't have any sense of belonging. You seem to have even fewer convictions than a typical scholar.
Oh no, I certainly have my own convictions. They just don't fit your standards, that's all.
Then do they even
All
count?
right, that's enough conversation for today. The experiment is over, and it's time to tidy up the equipment and reclaim any useful materials. For example, the Gnosis. Lesser Lord Kusanali, you're an intelligent Archon. I'm sure you understand the disparity in our combat abilities at this time. Besides, you have no way to use that Electro-Gnosis in battle.
Didn't you say you were here to negotiate with me? Somehow, it's starting to seem like you intend to take it by force now.
I'm merely stating a fact.
Then it's not a negotiation, it's an extortion.
After all, I'm also a scholar. Naturally, I hope to show proper respect and dignity to the God of Wisdom.
Your hypocrisy is built on absolute confidence. I understand your scheme, but... what if I were to destroy the Gnosis now and awaken the heavenly principles?
Awaken the heavenly principles? Do you think that's really possible?
The heavenly principles have been silent for many years, but the Gnosis are symbols of their control over Teyvat and all the laws. Will the destruction of a Gnosis attract the attention of the heavenly principles? And if so, how do the Fatui plan to deal with the consequences?
This raises questions for me. This raises more questions for me. Heavenly principles, Gnosis, gods and archons, people of Teyvat? That's the hierarchy, right? I put Gnosis in there because that's the connection between the heavenly principles and the gods. Wouldn't the heavenly principles already be aware of the bullshit going on with the Gnosis? Do they not care who has the Gnosis? I'm gonna hate the heavenly principles more than I'm gonna hate the harbingers and the Fatui.
Do you dare to gamble such a possibility with me?
Gamble? How surprising.
Dude, why are you surprised with that use of words? That's literally what every experiment is.
I thought you would show evidence or use rigorous reasoning to prove your point. The word gamble is the last thing I expected to hear from the god of wisdom.
And you call yourself an experimenter? And a scholar? Most early experiments were gambles.
But this is a clever move. You must have seen through me when I first captured your consciousness. As a scholar, I respect all possibilities. This has always been my principle and is an essential trait as an experimenter. Indeed, I can't ignore this possibility. So tell me then, what are your conditions?
This foreign gnosis will only lead to disaster if it stays in Sumeru. But this electro-gnosis is the prize I obtained after defeating one of your fellow harbingers. Now, as the one who initiated this cascade of events, shouldn't you pay the corresponding price?
Price? Interesting. What price would you have me pay?
Why are you getting pissed off? No, I know why you're getting pissed off.
How about erasing all your other segments?
So this is how you wish to restrict me, the most threatening opponent of the Nation of Wisdom. What you request of me is like plucking out the eyes I have placed in the dimension of time.
Are you surprised?
Segments are extraordinarily difficult to make. They require extremely rare resources and enormous amounts of time and effort, requiring me to destroy them all here and now. Bravo. Yes, how very interesting. Can I assume that you have long been wary of me? Among all the versions of me, this segment you see now is the most selfish. If it weren't me, your idea wouldn't have worked.
I have one major question. How have you not accidentally made a segment of you that is so egotistical he destroys the other segments already? Seriously.
What did you see when you were imprisoned? You were observing me, and that's how you know I've long grown tired of their doubts and endless arguments.
Like you said, it's difficult to make peace with yourself. Being as smart as you are, have you managed to do that?
No, he hasn't.
I see. If you think all those versions of me are worth a gnosis, then deal.
Arguably, this is the one that pisses me off the less.
You sure
The
didn't
least.
hesitate much. Is the relationship between all the versions of you really that bad?
I don't think there's any need to dwell on that. The surplus versions of me can be exchanged for a gnosis. Do you think anyone can offer themselves at a higher price?
I think you're missing the point on that one, but
Besides, with my abilities, it's only a matter of time until I find better perspectives. Perhaps it's best to say, you're just temporarily ahead. But what I'd like to know is, how can you be sure that I've really erased them?
I can see your remaining honesty.
What a ridiculous decision! You can't be serious!
How could I have been so short-sighted?
You think this is the end? Wait, I'll have revenge.
You'll make this moment count.
You will regret this.
I feel like one of those was the real Docker.
Well, have you confirmed that it's complete?
Here, take it.
I want to know how he did it, though.
The future of Sumeru City will be in my hands alone. I will shut down the Akasha and let curiosity and the thirst for knowledge drive the realm of academics once again. There won't be any further gaps for you to exploit.
It truly pains me that my academic achievements have never been appreciated in my homeland. Of course, I have no interest in being rejected by this city for a third time.
What was the second time?
Another chess piece. And where is your dendronosis?
Don't be greedy, Harbinger of Snezhnaya.
No, this is a different transaction. If you intend to turn off the Akasha anyway, then there's no further use for the Gnosis of Sumeru, is there?
You're being greedy regardless.
Besides, isn't it the Archon's duty to deliver what's desired of the Seeker? Oh. Judging from your expression, you don't seem to find the idea very agreeable. Then let's think of it this way. Since you're the god of wisdom, how about I exchange some knowledge with you?
How about you just leave the country?
People exchanging knowledge with the God of Wisdom is the stuff of legends. Yet here you wish to exchange knowledge for the God of Wisdom's property. Arrogant as that is, it has piqued my interest.
Nahida, you're gonna piss me off.
Let me ask you, have you in all your mighty knowledge ever heard the rumor that the skies of Tevat are fake?
Huh?
That's the secret hidden by Irminsul concerning the truth of this world. Once I finish telling you about this, it will be topped with negotiations. We've all gotten what we wanted.
Your arrogance may know no bounds, and convictions may mean nothing to you. But I'll still listen to what you have to say.
Why are you agreeing to this? Kick him out! Ugh, it pains me. I swear, if you gave him the Gnosis, I'm gonna be angry.
Together! Okay. Wake him up. Are you awake? Kali says it's time for breakfast. Come on, get up! Good morning! How are you feeling today?
This feels way too surreal.
It looks like we've recovered pretty well. Not even Tainari could stop us from going out now, right?
Oh boy.
Come on, Traveler. What?
Doesn't that make part of Al Haytham's plans kind of pointless? Like a moot point.
Good morning. Looks like you're awake.
Yep, yep.
I prepared some breakfast today. Please have a take.
It's nice to have you here so we can eat some.
Well, now that I've recovered from Alizar, I'm feeling better than ever. I can even prepare 4 or 5 meals a day now.
That's a lot.
Oh, by the way, someone brought a letter for you after you went to sleep last night.
Nope. Paimon wanted to read the letter with you after you woke up. So Paimon didn't open it. Alright. Oh, it's from Milu. We're going to hold a feast at the Grand Bazaar and celebrate
The Traveler's gonna gain so much weight.
as the General Mahamatra. As heroes of Sumeru, please be sure to attend. I'll wait for you.
Oh, I've also heard that you've become heroes here as well. That's amazing. Everyone's aware of your abilities. There's no need to be modest.
Anyway, let's go to the Grand Bazaar to have a look.
Oh, before you leave, be sure to inform.
Why were we dragged all the way over here? To recover. I'm so confused.
Ah, good morning. How do you feel today?
We feel much better. How about you?
I'm recovering well. Thanks for asking.
Where's the bandage? I want to see it.
But from the looks of it, you seem to be already busy with.
It's fine. I'm not that busy, really. The Elazar patients have recovered, as well as Hypatia. For now, I only need to tend to my Forest Watcher duties.
It seems once Irminsul started getting better, everything else started to recover too.
Yes, but there are still some residual effects. The withering is one example. Though it won't spread anymore, the existing zones won't just disappear.
By the way, we have some good news. Sino got his position back.
This news is hardly new. He had already mentioned it to me before.
Wow, way to ruin our excitement.
Huh? You mean he was already here? Why did he come to say hi to us?
You're surprised. Paimon, I don't think Sino's the kind of guy to drop by and say, "Hi, how are you? I got my job back."
He visited once, but he was afraid of disturbing you while you were resting. He just asked me a few questions and left.
And you probably already know all about the celebration feast.
Celebration feast? No, I haven't heard anything about that.
Oof.
Huh?
Rip.
But didn't Milu say in her letter that they would celebrate Sino?
Perhaps. Or, alternatively, he doesn't know about it either.
Ha!
Come to think of it, Sino doesn't seem like the type who'd enjoy a celebration feast. You and Kale are both
He's
like
gonna
his
be
best
trapped in the
friends.
middle of the party being like, "What's going on? I don't understand social interaction."
Kale has taken over some of my tasks these days. I don't think she'll have time for it. Not to mention me. You see, some VIPs have come to the forest recently.
Huh? VIPs? Very important Paimons?
Why would the last word be Paimon's?
Well, technically speaking, they are former VIPs. The sages involved in recent incidents have begun their training in the Avidia forest, and the people they had previously imprisoned have all been released.
Huh?
Yes, he's a little weak, but he isn't injured and his condition is stable.
That's good. Freaking
Lesser
sage
Lord
assholes.
Kusanali, in her boundless mercy, has decided to spare Azar and the other wrongdoers. Supposedly, they were ashamed of their shallow ideologies, and have decided to dedicate the rest of their lives to cultivating wisdom in the Avidia forest.
Send them to the freaking desert!
When they learned that Lesser Lord Kusanali had defeated the Balladeer and saved Irminsul, they were shocked at first, but also became happy, feeling that the sacred light guiding them on the path of discovering wisdom had begun to shine once again.
They deserve the desert for
As
what
a
they did.
result, work has increased for the forest rangers.
That sounds really exhausting.
There is nothing we can do, really. But that's
Send them to
another
the desert.
topic. Back to the matter at hand. Are you two planning to head out?
Ah, right! We're here to request permission to head out.
You've recovered well. You may go. But be...
I think this is one of the few times we've seen Paimon actually get quote-unquote hurt. What are these and why haven't I gotten them yet? Also, where's the Balladeer's thing? Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Okay. So that's the Balladeer's boss room. Okay. Sweet, I learned something. Oh my god, I've already proven that I'm better than the sages. I've actually learned something. I'm never going to let them live that down. They are absolute assholes and idiots. And they deserve to feel bad. Their actions almost killed an entire group of people in a city. Including children and the elderly. And the sick. Can you play as the doctor? No, you can't play as the doctor. Balladeer. I have the knave. I swear I saw child in here at one point. Yeah. Child. That's 3. Do we only have 3 Harbingers to play as?
Well, there won't be any problems if the feast starts at that time. Everything has already been prepared.
Mr. Zubair, I finished tallying things up here. Well, except for the guests.
No, seriously, do we only have three Harbingers to play us?
Really that much to ask of our guests? It's affecting our arrangements.
Breathe.
Oh, it'll be fine. Besides, it never hurts to get things ready in advance.
I was thinking the same thing. The feast will be held sooner or later, right?
Hey, Nilu!
Traveler, Paimon!
We got your letters, so here we are!
Where did an hour go? Last I checked, it was only like 2:40
You're the best!
on the timer.
The other guests...
Huh? Are we the only ones that have arrived?
Yeah. I had someone deliver letters to all of our guests. But maybe everyone is still busy with other things.
Look, I get it. Sumeru is in an extremely important period of transition right now, but even if your friends are important figures, they shouldn't just ignore your request like this.
Calm down.
Nilu is Sumeru's #1 celebrity after all.
No, he's not right. Don't encourage this behavior.
You have no idea how happy I am to talk to people with good taste.
If you consider enjoying Nilu's dances having good taste, then almost everybody has good taste. Because Paimon thinks everybody will love her.
That's right. We all think she's amazing too.
I mean no insult when I say this. What is the deal with this guy's voice acting?
Nilu is an absolute favorite among those of us who frequent the Grand Bazaar. For Outlanders, you have a great eye.
I don't know why, but that voice... Okay, so like... I don't normally have too much of an issue with voice acting. I mean, I listen to rom-coms with some pretty bad voice acting. This guy's voice sounds like he's forcing it a bit too much. I hope he's okay.
Mr. Zubair, let's have a vote for the most outstanding audience members next time. I think these two may win.
Nonsense. It is not for us to determine the value of an audience, but indeed, we could try giving gifts to people with particularly good taste. I heard there's a device in Fontaine called a camera that can record people's appearances as pictures. Such pictures would make superb gifts.
It feels painful to hear them say camera like that.
Ooh, good idea. I wonder where we can find one.
You guys are so funny. There's really no need for that. I'm satisfied just being able to perform here.
There's always a lot going on at the...
Yeah, and that's why I love it here. Traveler and Paimon, could you help confirm if the letters were actually delivered? If for some reason they didn't receive the letters, then please tell everyone...
Yeah, we can also check out how everything in Sumeru is...
When I wrote the letters, I heard that Dia was in Port Ormos, and Alhaitham was at the Academia. As for Sino, we've only heard that he appears at the Academia from time to time. I'm not too sure about Rahman's whereabouts. As for Dunyarzad, I just hope she's feeling better. I sent her a letter, but I was afraid of
Okay, got it. Let's go, Traveler.
I'm genuinely curious about when we'll get more Harbingers. I've only seen... Who have I seen? I've seen the Balladeer, obviously, who is Wanderer. I've seen Knave, who I have right now. Senora, who isn't playable, but there's theory that she is going to be playable in the near future. Child is playable. I'm going to throw him off a cliff if I ever pull him. The doctor, who, as far as I have seen, is the... I should be looking at them without the mask. Is what I should be doing. Because I have an understanding of the hairstyle, at the very least. It's not Baiju. It's not Al-Haytham. Although that would be one hell of a plot twist. Al-Haytham just so happens to be one of the Doctor's replicas, or whatever they are. Yeah, so the Doctor's not playable. So that's what? Child,
Something you wish to
Senora,
report?
Wanderer, Knave,
You have my undivided attention.
Doctor. That's 5 out of the 8. I don't know who the other 3 are. Am I about to get kicked out? Do we even meet the other 3 yet?
Anywhere. Let's ask that person over there.
Because I'm assuming in Fontaine we meet the Knave at the very least. Who is Arle. And I'm assuming Natlin will have their own as well.
Have you seen Al-Haytham around?
Yes, it seems Scribe Al-Haytham has gone to the House of Dana. You should be able to find him there. But you're already the second group of people I've seen looking for him today.
Oh? Who else was...
Mr. Cave was just here asking about him. You wouldn't believe how terrible their relationship is. And now you two are here. Don't tell me everyone's here looking for gossip about the sages.
No way. We're strictly here on business.
Ah, I see. Sorry, I thought maybe everyone's as interested in rumors about the sages as I am.
I don't blame this guy if I'm being honest. I am genuinely curious. Because I assume that eventually when we get to Shneznaya, we will deal with supposedly the strongest of the Harbingers. At least story-wise, that would make sense.
Al-Haytham should be around here somewhere, right? Oh, he's over there. But it looks like he might not...
And Natlin will give us supposedly one more.
Just put down that worthless book and tell me what happened in the academia.
This is not just some worthless book. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to find a physical book like this in Sumeru?
It doesn't matter. It's probably just another thing that you used your authority to get your hands on anyway.
Okay, but why does he look like an older version of the Traveler?
Listen, I came back today only to hear that the sages have disappeared.
Oh, you sound surprised. I thought you would already know the inside story.
Would I be here asking you if I knew? You're the scribe, not me. So just tell me what you know already.
Well, I almost became a sage.
Huh?
Oh, don't sound too surprised now. You're the renowned Kave, light of the Ksharawar. Besides, as a master builder and craftsman, chances are you'll be appointed as a sage too.
Why do I feel like you don't really mean it?
Why are these two such catty bitches?
Why would you question my heartfelt sincerity?
Maybe it's because you've never said anything good about me before.
Yeah, well, I share a similar sentiment, and anyone who knows you as well as I do would surely do the same.
Ah, you... See? This is why I hate discussing anything with you. Your ridiculous and arrogant attitude always gets in the way.
It seems that you really can't stand my personality.
Ha! What was your first clue?
I need to know how many people ship these two. I really do.
Move out of my house.
Are you threatening me? Stooping to a new low, I see. Ugh, and don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The academia might as well just close tomorrow.
Are they?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Why are we glossing over this? Did he just say you might as well move out of my house? Are they already dating? Chances are they're probably roommates at least.
Forget what's going on with the academia. Haven't you been busy with your construction project? Tell me, when are you going to build yourself a mansion?
Don't get me started. I get angry just thinking about it.
So, what great building did our master architect work on this time?
Like I need to tell you. Keep your nose out of my business.
No, I think we deserve to know. Where were you when Sumeru needed you most?
I was in the desert for a large project, but considering Haravatat's utter ignorance of architectural and aesthetic matters, you probably wouldn't understand. Which is truly unfortunate. I can only pity the man who doesn't understand the first thing about beauty and romance. Unlike a true... hold on, wait a second. What do you mean by when Sumeru needed me most?
Well, while you were out fiddling around in the desert, many people came together to save Sumeru from a crisis.
Ha! And you think I'd believe that?
Look, all you really need to know is that Azar and all his accomplices have all been overthrown.
Huh? What nonsense are you talking about?
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me. It's not like my Darshan was the one trying to apply for funding from the Grand Sage. Yours, though, on the other hand...
You know what? I'll ask around. I'm sure someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out you're lying to me.
Are they dating, though? That would be a toxic relationship, but are they dating?
Oh, it's you two. What's the matter?
We're running some errands for Nilu. Have you received her letter?
Letter?
Nilu said she sent out a letter inviting everyone to a celebration feast in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. We'll also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra.
If she addressed the letter to all Hatham of the Academia, then the letter should have gone to my office. I've been busy these days, so I haven't had time to check for any new mail at my office. I only now have some free time to attend to personal matters.
Have you always been so busy with your work?
Of course not. I'm only busy these days because several sages have been dismissed recently and the whole Academia was practically turned upside down.
Good.
Kainari told us they all went to train in the Avidia Forest.
They should have been in the
Apparently
desert.
they will spend the rest of their lives there.
That is already the best possible ending for the likes of them.
Desert.
4 of the 6 great sages were possessed by their desire for power and attempted to create a new god. In order to pull it off, they even imprisoned the other 2 rational sages. To imagine such things could take place in the Academia.
Yeah, you're right. Huh. Feels kind of strange to hear them called that after all this time. But then again, the 6 great schools sounded pretty impressive too.
Yes, at least that's how they're supposed to sound. It's said that when the Academia was first founded, the Dendro Archon herself established the 6 great schools, each representing one of the 6 different types of wisdom. Numerous Darshans have sprung up and faded. Only the 6 Darshans attaching themselves to the 6 great schools have stood the test of time and
explain
obtained
6
permanent
petals.
seats in the Academia. Now, the 6 Darshans are nearly synonymous with the 6 great schools, and the leaders selected for the schools are the 6 great sages. Among the 6 great sages, there is one central leader. The Grands, unfortunately, only the sages from Vahumana and Amorta remain now. They were imprisoned for opposing Azar, and were only rescued after Azar's downfall.
So who's managing things in the other 4 schools now? Do they need to find someone new?
Yes. Normally, new sages are selected based on a strict set of criteria.
Oh, didn't you just
Criteria 1, don't use an entire group of humans celebrating a different god from you as an experiment group.
Yes, about that. You didn't let me finish my sentence. The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the Grand Sage in place of Azar and help Lesser Lord Kusanali manage the Academia. But I refused.
Huh? But why? Can't you be a little more ambitious?
I'm not even interested in being one of the 6 great sages. Like I said before, I don't like being a leader.
Oh, That's where you've been.
That's not my job either. I'm only responsible for handling important affairs within the academia before the new sages take office. And the first thing I'll do is reject Kasharawar's application for funding.
By the way, who was that other person just now?
Do we look like friends?
Paimon doesn't know. That's why Paimon's asking.
His
Paimon
name
makes
is
a great
Kaveh,
point.
My roommate.
Ah.
You could say he's the representative for Ksharawar scholars. Which is exactly why he always has so many problems.
So everything that's happened recently must be a huge change for the people of Sumeru.
Such is the work of the Academia Scribe.
Well, anyway, no
Why is there only one scribe for the academia?
our planner, remember to attend the
Alright, I'll see you there.
Why is there only one scribe for the academia? Wouldn't there be two? Or more? Like, this is a big, well, for lack of a better term, building. Like, it's a big organization for the most part. Wouldn't you need more than one scribe to do what a scribe is supposed to do? I mean, unless he's, like, really talented, in which case, fair enough, but, like, still. Pardon me. A bit unfortunately, I'm all out of time. I think everybody's starting to fall asleep. Or worse. They could be dying! Do I want to raid anybody?